And as I said that, on the camera, I say, I've got a pain in my head on my right-hand side. And I'm realizing now that what it was the pain in the head represented the second attempt at Trump's life, the right ear, the bullet grazing the right ear. And it was around that time that Musk stepped up more to the role. Whether you agree with him or not is almost immaterial. To me, it's just interesting the way the spirit gives you these signs. And then you look back and you think, yeah, why did I touch my head at that precise moment when I was saying that thing, which I didn't understand what it meant at the time, but now I do, So, so many different ways. But yeah, I think you also asked who Archangel Metatron was, but sorry, did you want to say something?
Yeah, it's just so many interesting things here, and I would love to go back to Princess Diane later on. But in that video, you spoke about Elon Musk a bit. So just to address that a bit, that you actually addressed, what is his intention, and you also got this picture of a lizard and the power game. And I mean, he is a figure in the world that. Yeah. That is influencing a lot of people. So would you like to speak a little bit to the information you received, since now we feel like we're in the middle of it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the first thing I'd like to say is that, I did use the word lizard, but I would like to just reiterate that the whole reptilian thing, which is really what people link to lizard, I believe that we're all a little bit of everything. So the reptilian energy is an aspect of all of us, which people don't like to think about because they like to push it away as being other, But I believe we're all a little bit reptilian. We're all a little bit angelic. We're all a little bit galactic. We're all a little bit cosmic. I mean, we're all a little bit elemental, etc. We are the sum of the universe within us. So it's not an insult. And I know a lot of people thought I was being insulting, but it wasn't meant in that way. So I just wanted to clear that up. Because actually I think he's got a very strong galactic energy as well, which that clip didn't show. Because this is the thing, I'm always taught by Metatron that we are multi-dimensional souls, as I'm sure many of your guests say. So when you just see one aspect of somebody, it is just purely one aspect. There are many more dimensions and timelines actually within all of us. So I feel he's got a very strong galactic energy. I can't remember what I said years ago. I might have said it was Sirian or Orion, but actually looking at him now, I feel quite a strong Andromedan energy, because he's all about structures, whether it is looking at the structure of government, whether it's about looking at the structure of satellites, whether it's about looking at the structure of building cars and engineering. It's very structural and patterns and geometry, and I very much link that to a sort of Andromedan energy. But I think he is somebody who, I can't remember who said this, I think it was an old Chinese proverb, something along the lines of, we should be wanting to live through interesting times. Not necessarily the best times or the worst times, but to live in interesting times is something that you're blessed to actually live through. Now, it might not feel like a blessing at the time, but interesting times, that's why we came. And I think he's an interesting character. I think he's there to shake things up. And I don't have to give an opinion with regards to whether I like him or dislike him. I'm just really viewing him as performing a role. He's in line with his soul contract at this time to bring about change to the USA. How the USA responds to that and deals with that is a different matter. But I think when we start to see people fulfilling the roles that they're meant to fulfill, and that we can't really understand anybody in isolation, we have to see them as aspects of ourself as well, that we've all got a little bit of Elon Musk in us as well, whether we like it or not. It helps to sort of dissolve the them and us type energy, which is so prevalent at this time. But yeah, he's a controversial figure. Of course he is. But I try to not see people. I try to just see the divine in everybody, to be perfectly honest. I truly, truly do. And so that is what I see when I look at him, as I would with any other person on this planet. Because I believe we're all from God and we all go back to God. And we're all doing what we're meant to be doing. There's a lesson there for people. There's a lesson for the USA. But it is very much how we respond to any stimulus